Dear traveler, let me tell you the tale of my past adventures. The land is filled with far more history and ancient structures than you might think. Deep in the northern mountain ranges, I found an ancient mine of epic proportions. It was built thousands of moons ago by a long-lost civilization. A throne room so vast, decadent, and filled with architectural wonders, it boggles the mind. Crossing the fertile lands to the southeast across the sea, I discovered a fortress of terrifying might. I was quite eager to find out whose kingdom this fortress belonged to, until I made an awful discovery and found myself in great peril, as it was a Pillager Fortress of unrivaled proportions. They held me captive, along with other exotic beasts they claimed to be their own. After months in captivity, I was able to flee to a nearby tower where I was offered help and safety. After being nursed back to health, I ventured out once more, seeking power and revenge. In the arid desert lands to the west is where I found it. Legends spoke of an ancient structure of a bygone era, promising many relics and colossal riches you cannot even imagine. It is called the Labyrinth. And though my thirst for revenge was immense, I did not dare venture too far into it. I went home defeated, and soon after I retired, going back to my wizard's tower and enjoying my own research. Adventurer, much awaits you in this new world. New stories to be told and new adventures to be had. I look forward to meeting you, and thus welcome to IDAS.
Alright, and with that, welcome to the mod showcase for IDAS, or Integrated Dungeons and Structures. So the mod is a heavily detailed structures mod that is using Quark, Alex mobs, and Create, and has an optional integration with Biomes of Plenty. So the mods mentioned are actually required for you to use this mod, but I actually really like the idea of adding custom structures with different mods. So this is huge and really freaking awesome. The mod is currently available for Forge 1.18.2, and it is still work in progress, but already plenty of structures have been added, as you've probably already seen in the intro before. There is planned support for an entire heap of mods as well, such as Wastestones, Twilight Forest, Ice and Fire, Hexerei, Botania, Biomes You'll Go, so there is a lot of stuff still planned. I am very sure that Crazen Lord, the actual owner and author of the mod, has a lot of things still planned. What is already in here is really cool. So I'm currently in the chamber from the Labyrinth, but this is of course the end game. So let's actually start somewhere, well, more beginner friendly. I'm not going to show every structure, but as you venture around the world, what you will find is some small, well, places right here. So this, for example, is the brick house, and it contains, you know, a few items right here. You can also go up and you can see plenty of more loot to be had. Now this is, you know, very much beginning loot, so this is not something where you get rich off of this. And let's actually go up here and you can see some more things as well in this tower right here. Nice little brick house in the woods right here. Let's also take a look at the haunted house. So this is definitely a little bit of a more, let's say, mid-game structure, roughly speaking. And you can see, you know, enemies are spawning inside of here. I believe there should also be some spawners in here as well. And if we go up, we can actually find some more things as well. You can see there are also Alex mobs creatures that are spawning here. Nice area where we get some loot, which is really cool. So you can see, got very unlucky right there, but a little bit of loot right there. That's the haunted house. Adds really cool atmosphere, in this case to the dark forest. And then let's take a look at another cool structure. And I speak, of course, of the Pillager Fortress. So this is an absolutely incredible structure. I mean, just look at the sheer size of it. I'm amazed by this, genuinely, and this is going to be a very, very hard structure to conquer because there are a lot of pillagers in here. So you can see there's all sorts of enemies in here, but you can also see there is also plenty of loot to be had, and this is just the first floor. There are plenty of more floors to go up and to find other cool things. I'm not going to spoil everything, of course, here. There are a bunch of stuff that you will have to discover for yourself, including a little bit of a story here and there in different books that you can find in these structures.
Oi, who goes there? Do I see this correctly? You haven't liked the video yet? Such an insult. You would fit right in with us. Also, if you know a mod to be featured for these videos, post it in the comments below or in the Mod Showcase Suggest channel on Kaupenjoe's Discord server. Now, back to the video, you scoundrel.
But you can see there are plenty of things to be had right here and definitely worth checking out. And now, as the last structure that I want to show you basically here in this showcase is the Labyrinth, so that you get a little bit of a taste of what this mod really has to offer when it goes absolutely overdrive. Alright, so there we are here in the Labyrinth, and once you enter into it, first time, you first of all have, a bunch of zombies that spawn, so it's a nice welcoming committee basically. You also get a former traveler who has basically taken a look at this and has told you this is, very hard to actually conquer. It definitely is endgame. The very end here, you can see Krazen actually has said that this is endgame, and he's tried his best to make cheating pretty much impossible, but let's just go down and see what we can see. So, like I said, I'm not going to go too far into it, but I just want to show you sort of the general atmosphere here. You can see things spawning, you can hear, different things through the walls. It is a dungeon to behold and genuinely a really cool thing. You can see that the Labyrinth, where it gets its name from, okay, there you go, there's already things there. You can have some things here, and then bam, as you can see, all of a sudden I am, let's just actually get a torch here. You can see I'm swarmed with alligator snapping turtles, and they are pretty much now would be biting me to death. So there are a lot of traps in here, a lot of ways that you can die, so I highly suggest being cautious. This is definitely an endgame dungeon, but if you are going through it, then you will get great rewards in the actual chamber down below, but this is definitely something you have to discover for yourself, and I can just highly suggest you try it out and take a look at the IDAS mod for yourself as well. Right, so this is just, as I said, a little bit of a sneak peek here into the Labyrinth. I highly suggest you check it out yourself. This is a really, really freaking awesome mod, and it has, so many cool things that I haven't shown yet. There were a few things in the intro as well that you've seen, and there are still plenty of things that I've not actually shown in this showcase. So I highly suggest checking out IDAS. It is a really cool mod, and I'm confident in the future even more cool structures will be added as well. But that would be it for this mod showcase right here. Once again, any feedback is greatly appreciated in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next mod showcase.
I am happy you were able to come with me on this adventure. If you want to discover more mysteries of the land, don't forget to download IDAS with the first link in the description below. Many thanks also to Kaupenjoe's lovely Patreon supporters. You make these videos possible. Farewell, and until next time. So, yeah!